Shadow, you seem to be sleepy every time you come here. Do you need a drink? Honey bun or apple, maybe? The world looks down on everyone from time to time because we take the steps that will lead our lives into silence and freedom, rather than chaos and lies.
No, it is not that. I just look at it sometimes through a lens that puts me into this weird mood. Seeing all the things we could be doing rather than living by a system where nothing is really ours. I always hear that there are so many right and wrong things that we could be doing, yet I am mostly told the wrong things. Do not steal, sexually assault people. Yet the Bible and the Quran, Buddhism, Judaism, and so many other religions having a good and or a bad attached to them. To me, all this humanity and love and hate, good and bad, play the roles and fates of our lives. Rather than choosing where we want to go without fear, without, well, not judgment, but freedom and skill are the words that always pop into my head.
Do you feel like life is supposed to be a certain way? Like this world is like the animals? Not worrying about having money, looking through boxes of pain and deception, running from things that we would cower behind, rather than animals see as another day. Question: why did you create Nuclear Labs? Besides the mass testing, torture, learning things about the forest, right? Is that not what you're teaching right now? Remove yourself out of society for a few days and live among actual nature, rather than the fabricated ones we have here. I wonder if society was turned into a different thing where there was no leader, no government to tell us the law, and the rules we had to abide by. I wonder if we had no happy man, then it would be way different from what it is now.
The happy man is always not happy, though. It is a thing where you put on a smile and forget all real problems and create fake ones. Like drugs, the happy man is always shoving nonsense through our ears, telling you that life is fine where it is, that you do not need to change yourself, that you can live the rest of your life in shambles, and anyone trying to tell you different is a wicked voice that never needs to be heard. I always like to keep a stone face, rather than let my emotions run and ruin certain parts of my life. Now, I'm not telling you not to have emotions, but I would say always look at the situation first. Then act rather than your emotions driving you to do something you will regret later in life. Like fights, anger can rile up some people's emotions to the point where death is now a key figure. Sadness can lead to suicidal thoughts if you do not look deep into the mind and realize that at any time things can get better. Being jealous is another one, and the happy man feeds on these things constantly without you ever knowing. Thinking before acting is why some people can leave and come back from life and daydream their problems and figure out what needs to be done.
but I feel like so many people all through life have it settled out that they need to, or have to do something now, or their lives are meaningless. Who can tell you what your life holds? What you bring to everyone and or yourself? Whether it be new inventions, new feelings that will help people not gouge and prod at the things people hold dear to them, to etch out and carve new roads to drive on with smooth intentions. And longevity, think of it like a piece of butter. Yes, life will always be hard. Life will always throw everything around you like a hurricane. And if you are not ready, life will eat you and keep on moving. But the same thing can happen to the other side. You put yourself into a position where you can look peacefully at birds and relaxed humans alike, where you can finally stop grinding salt and live life a different way, knowing all the hard work you did.
I have a list of things I would like to get out of life, but I need to wait to acquire these fruitful items in the future. All I need is the tools to do it, and then I am on my way. Am I right, Salogen?
Yes, but I do not know why you talk to me like I am here from time to time. Shadow, you do realize that I was never here to begin with. That your psychosis is eating you from the inside again. Maybe you could find the actual me and not talk to a figment of your imagination. I would say prepare your lungs for a hard day's work rather than being a stump in the mud with no knife, ready to gleam with brilliance.
And I am all alone once again, willing my thoughts out to the world with nothing to hold me back. I think every time I want to do something, I shut it down because of the population. I would like to not keep it a secret, but I would like for it to not be destroyed because of labels and titles put upon it, justifying their will and tearing it down without ever knowing the truth that I put into it.
Shadow, oh good you are here. It seems like some of the monsters got out and we had to fix that little problem. But all is well now, and you should have a class on brains and cults in a couple of days.
Not on brains, but the cult of actions people take and how they think. It is one of the ways that we can work the brain without any unnatural stimulation. I like to pick the minds of my patients through tests and bonds, understanding why, how they did what they did. It is the most simple question, but Jaiga, I shall be at the lab when I rest here a bit more when these hallucinations subside. I do not think it is wrong to talk to yourself about things and your life choices. But I will always think before speaking, not because of offending, hatred, misguided information, but to understand and slowly work to that goal.
It is a good thing if, well, the brain has so many things about it, and I doubt that you will get to all of it in one class. But be that as it may, I would like to sit in the back of the class and learn just like the Silent Freedoms, if that is fine with you.
It is no problem at all. Just the fact that we will be moving from place to place and have them write down what they see. And here along the way, you're welcome to grab sheets and books on the subjects. But I would like to tell you what I always tell them when they come into my class. In life, there is a tree unrooted and untouched by man, living freely and still as the leaves fall and regrow all through the years. But there are two leaves that we should always worry about, one less than the other, but you get the point. Half of the leaves around this tree are poisoned, and half are not, but filled with blissful whims. I say always go for the one that is bliss. You should work hard enough to climb the mountain, rather than to fall back down the mountain and learn from your journey.
All right. Well, I look forward to what you will be teaching them. But for the time being, I need some rest. Getting here is hard enough for me, but you have gained the ability to enter and leave with no sweat. So goodbye for now.
And once again my mind wanders through this room like a cat under covers.